Mr. Servant, you're here because you have been indicted by a grand jury, which means a grand jury met, they heard evidence, and they found probable cause to formally charge you with aggravated assault, a Class 3 dangerous felony, and disorderly conduct, a Class 6 dangerous felony. Dangerous is a legal definition. The alleged offense date is January 28th of 2024. And so I am appointing a lawyer for you.
Okay.
Your next court date is an arraignment hearing, which will be 1 week from today, May 28th at 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court.
Okay.
Now, in this case, this does appear, I don't know this for a fact, but it appears that among the things the state may have been waiting for, no, you would have turned 18 last year. Yeah, you're about to turn 20. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why they were.
And I have already been indicted with those same exact.
Oh, have you? Okay,
yes,
just 1 second. Let me look. Okay,
no
because
worries.
I thought they were waiting.
Take your time. Take your time.
I thought they were waiting to charge you until you turned 18, but no, that's not correct.
No. So I was actually 18
February
at the time, but the thing, what happened was I was actually in custody for 2 days until I bailed out. So what happened is you guys should have emailed me, or not emailed, but mailed me or like contacted me about a court hearing.
They can do that. They don't always. They'll re-indict you without telling you. So you're saying you have a pending Superior Court case?
I do.
Welcome, Ms. H.
I have a signature saying that my charges were not filed.
Okay. All right. Then I do know what happened. Okay. Because sometimes the cases fail to link properly in our system if there's a slight difference in the spelling or something like that. And so I wanted to make sure that if you have a pending case that I looked at the status of that. So I know what happened in your case. You were initially arrested.
This was wearing sandals.
For reasons of their own, they don't have to tell us what they are.
And
the county attorney.
2024.
Correct. I saw the arrest on your criminal history. The county attorney chose not to immediately file the case. When they do that, the charges go away. But there is a 7-year statute of limitations, and they can charge you later. So obviously they did. This indictment was handed down February 8th of 2024. So this has been waiting to find you all that time. I mean, it's to your credit. You did not get arrested for anything else in that time.
Yeah.
And so in this case, what I'm going to do, and these are complicated. The grand jury situation is complicated, but because I do not know what you are accused of, I could probably track back and find it in our system. I have not done that because I presume if it is charged as a dangerous offense, the allegation is a firearm. I take that as a given. If the bond that was set out of grand jury at the time, so it was about a week or 10 days later that you got charged by the grand jury.
What up, D?
If it was quote unquote only $5,000, that it is not likely of a nature that this court would consider needing a higher bond than that, and it has been well over a year.
What up, Junior?
Been arrested or
what up, Jenna?
accused of having any issue with the alleged victim. So I'm trying to balance all of those factors.
Stone in the house.
What I'm going to do is put you on an ankle monitor, but I'm not going to make you post bond. I want the ankle monitor because this is clearly a weapon allegation.
Yes, ma'am.
That's very serious. But as I said, I am factoring in all of those other things and hoping that this is enough to keep the community safe, to keep the alleged victim safe.
Miss McLaughlin, is it?
Don't cut him, Your Honor.
You can just say Commissioner McLaughlin, if you want.
Commissioner, Miss McLaughlin. I've been trying to call as well, the courtroom as well. I'm trying to see if I did have any outgoing search warrants or any arrests. They don't tell you.
Grand jury indictments are secret.
Gotcha.
And so that's why they won't tell you.
Liverpool.
And so, in any event, it ends up, I think in this case, probably looking to your favor, because if you had been arrested on the warrant right after it went out,
the court might have been
more inclined to set that $5,000. What the state asked for out of grand jury and what the judge granted them at the time was $5,000 secured.
Thank you for that daily heart.
But this court believes, given the length of time that's gone by,
what up, Chad?
Without you having any apparent issue, so Your lack of other history. I don't think they found any juvenile history for you either.
Yes, ma'am.
It's my hope that an ankle monitor is enough to get you to court and keep the community safe. So,
thank you, Brittany.
Absolutely no contact with the alleged victims. I don't know who they are because that was presented to the grand jury.
Yes, ma'am.
No contact with any co-defendants. You have at least one because you are co-defendant number 2. So whoever is, I can probably tell you because it's been so long. They are probably in custody, and so
really?
Not in custody. I'm sorry. They're probably in the system.
Okay.
Meaning, just 1 second. I can find it. Let me look real quick.
Oh, Aiden Eggers. I don't know if you know that name.
It's going to come up. No. There's 30,000 cases a year filed. Okay. That person's name is Aiden Eggers. So to the extent you may have been having contact
Arizona Waldo.
Now, that must stop. I do also show that it looks like he went to prison.
Yes.
And so,
he's in prison.
To the extent, he might reach out to you or something, don't respond.
Correct.
Don't try to contact him. That stops right now.
Yes.
And
I also had one other question. When I got arrested in 2024, they took my phone as evidence. I tried getting it back. I want to know how I can get my phone back.
Talk to your lawyer. The police may be willing to release it if they've now imaged it, meaning they've downloaded it and they're done using it as evidence.
Dude, why do you talk so much? We can't hear what's going on.
They may tell you, listen, we defend your case.
You're free to leave. You know that, right?
They'll usually have
I should have my lawyer talk to the cops on their own. I shouldn't do it myself.
You can. You can call the Property and Evidence Bureau and say, but what they'll just say is, yes, you can come get it, or no, it's being held for evidence. Gotcha. They might also say we don't have it. Right. But, you have to take that up with them. Sounds good. So let me just look real quick.
So I have no bail. I am on ankle monitor, correct? You're on.
Right. I'm just reading because actually I have the pre-sentence report from your co-defendant's case. I see. Okay. All right, I'm good with the ankle monitor.
You got 2 accounts going.
Reading this.
Yes, I do.
I appreciate it.
I can see why your co-defendant may have ended up in prison and why they did not charge you immediately.
Oh, his code is in prison.
I do believe, reading it, that this should be enough, the ankle monitor, to keep the community safe. Keep your nose out of trouble.
Yes, Your Honor.
Don't miss your court hearings. Do not go to that store. Did I put scene of the crime? Yeah,
don't
go there.
Not at all.
Don't go there. No, just, do everything you're asked to do. You do have to stick around to get hooked up to the ankle monitor. Hopefully that will be within a few hours, but it should be by the end of the day. Just try to be patient. The ankle monitor slows down.
I'm having a pretty good day. Thank you.
If you're lucky and,
if you will,
it'll be sooner rather than later.
Perfect.
But you should be, we hope, sleeping in your own bed tonight.
Thank you, Your Honor. Appreciate it.
Next! Up next on The Price is Wrong. Drop one, flush one. Oh, back problems.
Hello, sir, may I have your full name and your
back problems incoming.
So, Paul J. Lanas, and my birthday is August 14th, 1962.
Okay, thanks.
Dude, why do you talk so much? We can't hear what's going on.
On a new case, the allegation is aggravated driving under the influence of alcohol while impaired to the slightest degree. That's a class 4 felony. Actually,
is this live?
They allege a preliminary BAC of .308.
Damn, I was on the wrong account. Chad.
Could be charged under the aggravated DUI statute in a total of 4 different ways. But I'll find that they've shown you were impaired to the slightest degree.
I'm watching this from Alaska.
For felony. I'm not appointing a lawyer for you because the financial profile says you're making $6,500 a month as an exterminator. Is that correct?
Approximately.
All right, and so I don't want you to confess to any crimes while you're here in court, but sir, I've looked at your MVD records today. It says your license is suspended. So I'm preparing to order you not to drive.
Hey, what up, Southside?
I could order don't drive at all. I'm tempted to do that on a
what up, Adam?
08 allegation because people who drive, people who can speak at that level of intoxication, they're not comatose, are almost categorically alcoholics. That somebody who's not an alcoholic
what up,
will
Jennifer?
be hospitalized under a life-threatening case of alcohol poisoning when they get to .308. So I'm very, very concerned about the safety of the community. That being said, I also don't show a bunch of priors for this. I don't know what the charge was that you were suspended for. I don't know. It was a failure to appear on a criminal suspension. But it's not popping up what the underlying case is. In the meantime, the police say you have an outstanding Gilbert warrant, and they don't say what it was for. So the reason I'm saying all of this is this case may or may not stay a felony. That is up to the county attorney's office, because the law says driving under the influence while your license is suspended for any reason at all is a Class 4 felony. Often, the county attorney decides not to pursue felony charges if the suspension wasn't for a DUI-related case. Then they may choose to go forward as a misdemeanor. That's entirely up to them. That is not up to me.
Gilbert is a city.
It's a Class 4 felony. So I am very, very concerned about the safety of the public. I'm also concerned about putting you out of a job. If I order you not to drive without a valid license, I'm not giving you permission to drive without a valid license. Only the state of Arizona can do that. So I think what I'm going to do is, I'm probably going to reprint this. Just one second. I'm going to put is prohibited.
This one wasn't a good one. Hey, this judge types like my wife when she's mad. I know at work, because where I stream from, her office is right next door. When she starts typing like that, I'm like, oh yeah, she's gonna go, and I'm not gonna even walk through there because I'm gonna be looking for problems.
From driving until you've presented a currently valid driver's license to pretrial services. So what I'm trying to do is account for the fact that you could theoretically get released, go to MVD, get yourself sorted out, and have a driver's license. Then you bring it to pretrial, you show it to pretrial, and they'll go, okay, you won't be violating release conditions in this case if you drive. But it is unfortunate that it sounds like your means of living is dependent on having a driver's license, because your MVD record shows your driver's license was suspended in 2022 for whatever that was. I don't know what it was. Failure to appear for a criminal violation, suspension effective date April 27 of 2022. So that is a situation the court cannot and would not help you with, because people who do commit this type of offense, if you did it, are categorically dangerous. They are dangerous. So you will alcohol test for us. That is not optional. My guess is that you may be suffering from withdrawal symptoms right now. I don't know. So you still have to test for us. Pretrial can watch for that to go down. They can assess the level, but I prohibit you from drinking, and I'm ordering you to alcohol test. That being said, people who are very seriously addicted to alcohol can't go cold turkey without it being life-threatening. That's just a medical fact. So, I'm trying to encourage you, even if you think you will test dirty, you go test. You go and test. No alcohol, no drugs without a valid prescription. I'm not seeing any felony priors, but I'm going to release you. I'm not going to make you post a bond, because as I said, I'm not entirely sure this may even continue as a felony prosecution. But I will tell you, Mr. Van Ast, if it does, if you are convicted, which you're a long way from being convicted, but if you are, you're going to do no less than 4 months in the state penitentiary.
4 months?
Probation. A Class 4 felony has a mandatory minimum. It's 120 days in the men's prison. If you're lucky, that'll be the Lewis Prison Complex. What is that, on the west side of town? If you're not lucky, it could be in southern Arizona. But you'll do 4 months in prison and then come out on probation. So, Mr. Van Ast, this window of time is critically important to comply with your release condition, because you are innocent until proven guilty in this case, but the county attorney may well make decisions based on how you do between now and your trial. That
not southern Arizona.
They do go forward on this. And frankly, even if they don't typically go forward when it's an FTA on something other than a DUI, that kind of suspension, they may choose to, because a .308 blood alcohol is nothing to ignore. Yeah. Statistically speaking, the odds that you will do this again and continue to do it until you hurt or kill other people or yourself.
He's about to go hit the Pruno bag right now.
Very high. And so I can't stress enough the importance of complying with your release conditions and not doing this while the case is pending. Everything will be on your paperwork. So you're going to be released. I'm not putting on an ankle monitor. I don't know what, if anything, that would serve. You take the envelope, you call pretrial after you get out. They're going to set up the alcohol testing for you. You do it where, when, and how they say. You go to court.
What up, corn dog?
If you get your license reinstated while the case is pending, go take a copy to pretrial and show it to them. And then you will not be violating your release conditions if you drive. All right.
Thank you, Miss H.
Yes.
All right. Everything's on your paperwork. If you step to your left, you get a copy.
That fool's like, where's the nearest? Damn, that fool's stumbling around. That fool's like, where's the nearest liquor store?
Yes, I did do
So I could get a
something
Colt.
else.
So I could get a Mad Dog 2020.
Yeah, they're going to get you a new one, sir. You can go and have a seat, Mr. Van Ness. They're going to bring it out to you.
Where can I get a King Cobra at? Where can I get a Mickey's at? Where can I get an Old
And then
English, if you will?
Chair.
Stop giving these people chances. Hey, straight up.
Hello, how are you? He does? Does it say what it's for? Okay, that's okay. Well, I mean, that's not going to change my decision. I knew he had a warrant.
Damn, no face.
Okay. Hit and run. Oh, okay.
Hit and run.
Mr. Van Ness, I guess you do have a hold from Gilbert City. You can come back in if you can't hear me. It doesn't change my decision. No, you're okay. It doesn't change my decision. I'm just letting you know that even though I released you, Gilbert, you either have to post their bond, I don't know how much it is, or the Gilbert Police Department gets 24 hours to come and get you from Maricopa and take you to their jail. They have their own jail, so we don't do those hearings for them. So I'm just warning you, I don't think you're going to hit the street immediately. You're going to either have to post Gilbert's bond, and the officers can look it up for you, how much that is. Either you have to post their bond, or they're going to come and get you, and they have 24 hours to do it. So I'm just mostly warning you. It doesn't change my decision, and the officer said the only note she can see on the reason for the warrant is it was a hit and run, which doesn't do you any credit, but it doesn't change my calculus. So go and have a seat, and they can let you know after court how much that bail is. All right, apologies, Mr. Pisano. Full name and date of birth, please. What's your name?
Calvin Nicholas Pisano.
What's your date of birth?
3/1/97.
Okay, thanks. You're here on a new case. You got arrested for narcotic drug possession, a Class 4 felony, and criminal damage as a Class 1 domestic violence misdemeanor. There is probable cause for those. I am appointing a lawyer for you. The next person is going to be a status conference June 5th, which is about 2 weeks from now, 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court. Preliminary hearing June 9th at 8:30. I'm going to release you to pretrial services. No ankle monitor, no testing. What the police are alleging is that you hurt property, not a person, not a hands-on with a person. Now, domestic violence criminal damage is absolutely, and I'm not going to go on my soapbox about that. Yes, that is a criminal violence, domestic violence offense. It's literally defined in the law because it does make sense. I also see that you apparently have been accused of this before, July 18th of 2023, March 26th of 2021. You got a DUI out of 2020, May of 2020.
Hello, Governor.
Minor in possession of alcohol. The smashing of property, not a new allegation against you. I'm still releasing you to pretrial services, but I'm giving you domestic violence release conditions. And what I'm telling you is they apply whether I put an ankle monitor on you or a bond to enforce that. That means you have to stay somewhere else while the case is pending. You cannot stay where the alleged victim lives. They allege it's your girlfriend. You can do a civil standby one time with a law enforcement officer to collect belongings. You may not go there on your own. If you do, you are subject to arrest. Even if she contacts you first, you may not respond. No weapons, no drugs, no alcohol. What did you want to say?
I was going to have a question. I just didn't really fully understand. Are you releasing me on my own recognizance?
It's a form of own recognizance. You have to report into pretrial because I also want you to tell them where you're staying. But I'm not putting an ankle monitor on you unless you motivate me to, or a bond, because you're not accused of hurting her. You're accused of smashing her phone. It's also not your first rodeo with this. So I am not permitting you to stay there while the case is pending. I'm not permitting you to have contact with her. But given you don't have any violent convictions from the past, I'm not putting an ankle monitor on you. This is basically, you have to agree that you will comply. Do you agree?
100%, yeah.
Okay, then we're good. So you're going to get released. You're going to have an envelope that tells you where to call when you get out to report into pretrial. Pretrial will give you instructions. You just let them know you're finding a new place to stay. To do the civil standby, you call your arresting agency. It looks like it was Phoenix. You tell them I need a civil standby. They're going to want to see your paperwork to see that I did give you permission. They'll send an officer to go with you and keep the peace while you collect some stuff. Then you need to call pretrial. Even if it's like night to night, you're couch surfing for a while, you can call pretrial every night and say, here's where I am tonight. You just have to update them with where you're staying so they can keep track of you, and they'll help you keep track of your court dates. But everything else will be on your paperwork.
Last question. Can, instead of doing that, can I just not go to the apartment at all and have my grandmother pick up my clothes? That's
yeah, if you think grandma can do that peacefully, don't try to pass messages to the girlfriend. If you think grandma can, send grandma with a list and maybe even a note that says...
Send grandma?
To whom it may concern, right? Grandma may pick up my stuff. Here, grandma,
Dear John letter,
and
too?
Then, but, don't set your grandma up for a fight. But that's okay as long as you're not passing messages to the victim and you think grandma can go and get a list and that the victim would let her in. But if the victim doesn't, if she says no, then you're going to have to get the cop to go with you and do it.
Dude, why are you still here?
Allow it. But if she does and that works great, that is a good workaround. That is easier than the police.
Relationship is running its course, Sean.
Okay. All right. Well, so if you want to
do you have a thing for me? Do you have a thing for me?
Tell grandma. If she tells her no, grandma just needs to leave. And then you have to go through the police, and the police will send an officer.
He just wanted you to pay attention to him,
or
her,
so,
or it. I don't know. You never know nowadays.
If I'm allowed to know, because I know it's kind of, whatever. Is the victim Haley
think that's
Johnson
what it is.
or Nicole?
No, you're fine. I may not be able to tell because the police aren't to put it.
I just wanted
they're
to
not to put it in the thing. They call it. The allegation is grab the cell phone and threw it to the ground, but then. And then in the
thank you, Gucci.
Alleged girlfriend is all they typed.
Playa,
so I don't know. Oh no, I'm sorry. I apologize. They typed the box is checked. Victim and defendant reside together. Sometimes I get the cases confused.
That's fine.
I did check for it because for it to be a domestic violence offense, there has to be a specific legal relationship, and just being a roommate is one of those relationships. So if the other girl is a roommate, then I don't know which one it is.
This is the thing.
I'm sorry, I don't know.
No, let us know. Let us know what the thing is.
Be careful. I'd say don't talk to either one of them.
The only reason
talk about it,
Your Honor, is because when I went to go pick up my stuff originally, I brought my co-defendant Robert Jackson. He was just in here earlier.
Robert Jackson.
Put the cases together.
And there was two people that did not reside in my house inside my house, and then tried to shut the door on me. And one of them came out of the bathroom. So.
I don't know. I was looking at his, and I can't tell. I can't tell from his whether as to which.
This guy just got interesting.
Two female roommates. There's no way for me to tell.
No, that's the thing. Me and my girlfriend or ex-girlfriend, we are the only people that reside in that house. There were two.
Well, okay, then right. What you're saying is you're saying, could the victim be somebody who doesn't live there? Yes.
Yes.
But the police allege that it was somebody who does live there. So in terms of probable cause, they've made it over the line. Probable cause is a very low standard. It's not beyond a reasonable doubt. It's not even preponderance of the evidence. It's pretty low. They made the minimum allegation to get over the mark. So talk to your lawyer. You're going to get police reports from your lawyer. It's going to go through a charging process at the county attorney's office. They'll decide can they establish beyond a reasonable doubt a domestic relationship, because if they don't think they can, they won't charge you with it. So this is going to go through a long process. So talk to your lawyer about all of that. In the meantime, don't have contact with the person you lived with.
Not at all.
Because that is the allegation. And so that's who I'm referring to. Just try to be patient. Go to court. It's going to be 2 weeks because I'm releasing you. And just try to comply with your release conditions while the whole thing is going on.
Thank you, I am.
Not complying with them could get you charged with a new crime. And I put a statute in there. I recommend you look it up and read it.
Okay.
And just do what it says in those orders. Stay away from them. Show up for court. Okay?
And I also had just one more question. I'm very sorry.
One more.
Reality on self-defense. basically what is self-defense?
Oh, super fact-driven, and that's why we give you a lawyer. I'm sorry,
Okay,
I don't have
cool.
time
No problem.
to give you a giant dissertation on self-defense. Talk to your lawyer. I mean, you can look stuff up on the internet, but the public defenders in Maricopa County are, honestly, they're very skilled and hardworking. They will have good information for you on their assessment of it once they've seen the police reports.
Thank you.
They need to see the police reports.
Thank you very
All
much.
right, no problem. Grab your paper. Yes, ma'am.
Going to the hospital.
Oh.
He was asking if you'd be willing to see her at the hospital.
It's 12 p.m.
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
12:06.
It's not that much of a rush.
Thank you for the follow. If you haven't done so, please do so. Hit that follow button. It's free
You
99.
need to beat the ambulance.
It's free for you. It's free for me.
There's an ER run happening. So it is a bit of a hurry, like they're probably hurrying. Let me see what
He
was going to
talks
happen.
too
Okay, then let me
She moved
talk
on.
to Hughes and make sure.
One more
it's okay with
question.
Hughes. Just give me 1 second.
Rest my case 100. Cost no green to tap the screen. Hey, that's right, Alexis. I like that. I like that, Alexis. She ain't lying. All right, so they just put the mic on mute right now. I'm not sure what's going on because obviously we can't hear. So we're nobody's gonna know, me or you guys. Let me see. He needs to get back in the Diddy cell. Let me see. You can watch North Carolina courts tomorrow. Let me see. Can I have a grandma? Let me see. Did she just say someone was having a seizure? Yeah, man, I missed that. I was too busy talking. Chad writes, they said something about a medical emergency and an ambulance. Yeah, she moved on and tried to put him in jail. I would date the court the court sheriff. Let me see. She said the intoxicated guy needs. Oh, what? Damn, I should stop talking. That guy was probably right. He says I talk too much. Anyhow, any more parole hearings? Not today. If you want to watch the one from California today, it's up on my YT account. It's streamed this morning at about 9 a.m. Tomorrow, we're going to be having a What up, Steve? How you been, man? Hey, so if you want to watch another parole board hearing, we're going to be having another one on the 23rd. So on, what is that, Friday? When is the Utah parole hearing? We don't do Utah anymore. If you want to watch these, you can watch them on YT at CollectCallFrom. They're streamed there daily, on a daily basis, normally every 3 hours. And it's at CollectCallFrom on YT, if you will. Can we watch Houston? I don't know. I could look into it. Do you do Michigan? I do not. Why not Utah? Because they don't provide video anymore. It's only audio now for the safety of the Choskis, if you will. Polk County, we just saw Polk County, Alexis. We started from Polk County, then we jumped on over to Maricopa. Is this live? Nah, this is AI generated. Teresa, please do Ohio. What about Ohio? Kentucky, we got Kentucky coming up next week on the 28th. So if you like watching Kentucky Board of Parole hearings, we should be having one on the 28th. Listen more. Let me see, Polk County. Let me see, what about Salt Lake County? You know what? I have some links for Utah. I'm not sure what city it is, but I'll double check. Mind the gap. Shh, we want to hear. Let me see, do LA. I wish. Let me see, that guy is withdrawing majorly. I wish where I live had this laughing out loud. I want to hear a Merck trial. Let me see, any in you know what? I haven't even checked today for that state. I went back and listen, I don't hear CPR. Utah is a red state. We should get him to 100,000 Ks. Hey, thank you, Amber. Highly appreciate that. Alcohol withdrawals are scary. I work in medical and people DIE because of alcohol withdrawals. It's real. It's definitely real. Marshall, I can't hear the audio. Stop talking. Why can't I pay my internet bills? He writes. And we got a bunch of people coming out of the woodwork being really, really rude today. The judge tried to say people can't unalive from alcohol withdrawals. Keep tapping while you're yapping. Thank you, Mercedes. Gracias, highly appreciated. Did anyone else hear CPR? Hey, Amanda, thank you for that daily heart. You're working later. I'm live. No, I'm tomorrow I will though. So if you're live tomorrow, I'll jump on. Chat will be wild today. But you know what? It's a bunch of people that just stumbled across the stream today. There's none of the regulars. When is Judge Judy? Let me see. She said ER. Bro, random whippersnappers. Which one tomorrow? Let me see. He can't make it to the bar. He can't make it to the bar. Hey, they should have poured some pruno in his mouth. That would have fixed him up right quick. Crazy how many people have been in today. Yeah, it happens sometimes. From time to time, maybe like every 2 or 3 weeks. Is court almost done? I'm not sure because they stopped it. I'm guessing because of the medical emergency, if you will. So it's just me right now. Unless she comes back. Let me see. Good afternoon, chat. I appreciate the live today, or the live daily. Hey, thank you, Uncle Cash. Highly appreciate you. Let me see. Hope all newbies followed. Hey, Janissa, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. You can watch North Carolina court tomorrow. My boyfriend's name is Brandon Giddings. Hey, thank you. Let me see. Let me see. Half the guys that are in court for DV are wearing wearing thongs. Yeah. Hey, Jenny, thank you for the follow. I highly appreciate that. What's up, Capricorn, Mississippi _ Capricorn? No sound. Let me see. Princess Queen, thank you for the follow. Highly appreciate it. Please watch North Carolina court tomorrow. Let me see. YC Cowgirl is back for more prayers. I forgot about that, Ashley. Ay. Hey, what up, Jelly Butter 92? Hope Marie. What happened? Okay, so there was a guy in here that was hey, thank you. I am not thank you for those white roses. I messaged you, James. Hey, thank you, Teresa. I'll go ahead and check it out in a moment. So there was this guy, this older gentleman that came in. I think he might have been drunk, and he was there for numerous. I'm screaming. He was there for numerous DUIs. So maybe like about 10 minutes ago, they were done with his case, and he was in the holding tank, and I think he had a seizure or something. So right now, I'm guessing they're waiting for the paramedics or whoever, the EMTs, to come through to examine him. So we'll see what it is. We're just waiting right here. Let me see. I hope he's okay. I missed it. Oh, probably from the withdrawals. Yup. Sad, really. They need to give him some twisted tea. They need to give him some Pruno. Some Pruno will fix him up like brand new. But now, in all seriousness, you know, I know a lot of people deal with that, you know, with addiction, and it's not easy. So, man, hopefully they're able to figure that out. Hey, thank you for that sun right there. Let me see, Pruno and Spice. Hey, what's up, Patricia? How's it going? Or the guy was supposed to go after the exterminator. Plot twist, he's fine, just didn't want to be in court. It's not keep it respectful. Let me see, plot twist, yeah. Let me see, he found out he had a hold and said, I'm gonna go to the hospital now. He has court tomorrow. It's not that serious, guys. Hey, you know what? Look, hey, this is some real life stuff right here. You know, the majority of the stuff that I say here is comical. Some people might get offended. Some people might not. But if you get offended, this place is probably not the place for you here, because you're probably on the wrong. If you want like seriousness, you probably should go check out Court TV. They'll probably give you what you need. Let me see. It's serious that it's very dangerous. They were holding him for a hit and run. Yeah, that's serious right there. You know, putting people, that's serious, putting other people's lives in danger. You know, imagine somebody's driving home from being out with their family, and then you have this idiot driving all drunk, and the sad part is that normally when somebody is involved in something like that, is normally the person, the innocent people that end up perishing in those type of accidents, and the person that's all, you know, having a good time, going all willy-nilly behind the wheel, are nothing happens to them. So yeah, hey, it's definitely not a laughing matter, but he's the one that's, you know, putting that stuff in his mouth. Nobody's making him. Let me see. We just had a guy who's drinking. Oh, what? It's all bad. Drunk never gets hurt. Let me see. Is he in the court right now? He was. Let me see. Oh, what I miss. So there's a guy having seizures. He's probably having withdrawals from alcohol.
All right. So are we back on the record?
Yep.
All right.
I am not Yep.
Sorry for the delay. Okay.
Those are the people I feel bad for, the innocent people. But if you have an addiction and you're out,
Robles? I did not. Mr. Robles, right here at the
putting people at risk.
Joe, we go to the chair.
Got no sympathy. Somebody else. I have two streams running. Are you sure it's not my other account?
Name and your date of birth, please.
Louis Robles, 10/1802.
All right, so you're here on two things. One is a new case. One is an older case that's been waiting to find you. So I'm going to start with your new arrest from yesterday. You were booked in on one allegation of selling narcotic drugs. It's a Class 2 felony. There is probable cause for it, and I am appointing a lawyer to represent you. I'm also appointing a lawyer in the older case. In the older case, you have been charged in a criminal complaint with possessing narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. This is alleged to have happened back on December 11th of 2021, and it looks like the court did not have a valid working address for you, and that's the only reason it turned into a warrant, is because we could not find you. So we don't hold that against you. It's just a newly filed case. It happens to be from 4 years ago. So you're going to have the same lawyer for both cases. I'm going to give you the same next court date for both cases. It is June 5th, which is about 2 weeks from now, 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court. Preliminary hearing, June
87
9th at 8:30
is so far so good.
Court. Now, given that the sale allegation in the new case is $5 worth, I am going to follow the risk recommendation, which is to release you on your own recognizance. Because, you know, in my mind, risk factor-wise, selling $5 worth is pretty much aggravated possession. So I'm not thinking that allegation, even if it is true, makes you any less likely.
Freddie Mercury.
In fact, if that is all the police have, in my experience, the county attorney tends to drop it to simple possession. That is up to the county attorney, though. And so you can talk to your lawyer about that. The other one is simple possession. So just don't miss your court dates. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. Don't go back to the scene of the alleged crime. That's where you were arrested yesterday, particularly. No weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription. Everything's going to be on your paperwork. If you step to your left, I'll give you copies.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, sure. Ms. Joe, Amanda Joe, and then Stephen Fowler, will you go to the chair? Hi, ma'am. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Yes. Amanda Joe, 11/29/77.
Okay, thanks. You are here.
What up, Sancho?
A newly charged case and 2 probation holds that come with it. So in the new case,
damn, Thea got 2 probation holds?
A criminal complaint, and it looks like this happened about 4 months ago, but it is always very annoying to me. I'm sure it's very annoying to the probationers. When the county attorney's office does not look to see whether somebody might be on probation, they just go ahead and ask for a warrant and a bond. So these are the charges, all right? And all of this is from October 30th of 2024. I'm sure you know what case I'm talking about. And what they've charged you with is a total of 2 counts of aggravated DUI with a license suspended for DUI, 2 counts of aggravated DUI as third or subsequent. Those are all Class 4 felonies. 2 counts of aggravated DUI with a passenger under the age of 15, and those are Class 6 felonies. So the alleged offense is October 30th of 2024, but you'll get police reports.
I didn't get nothing.
And charges from your lawyer. I'm saying you will get them through your lawyer. Your lawyer will have police reports for you. You'll get a full copy of the charges from your lawyer, and you can go over that with your lawyer.
Yeah, I didn't know I had a warrant, and so I didn't get no court letters.
Hold on, okay? So your next court date in this brand new case is going to be a status conference June 5th, which is 2 weeks from now at 8:30 in the morning. Preliminary hearing June 9th at 8:30. That's going to be on your paperwork. Now, probation department, it is their standing policy that when this happens, they always file a term 1 hold. That means they notify you that they must file a petition to revoke your probation. So they're going to do that between now and your next court date. You do have to go to probation court. I'm sure the cases will come together in the system, but initially you're going to go to probation court first because that happens more quickly. So I'm appointing a lawyer for you in probation court. Your court date is 1 week from today, May 28th at 8:30 in the morning. That's a revocation arraignment just for the 2 probation cases. Then your court date for the new DUI cases is the week after that. So next week is probation, the week after that. But they can get them all brought together pretty quickly.
Okay.
All right, so, oh shoot, wait a minute. I think one of these I forgot to fill out any release conditions. Yeah, okay, sorry. 31, I need to reprint because very silly, I did not have to check any release conditions. Sorry, just give me 1 second. And you're on standard probation as far as I can tell, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so, this is going to, so it's 31 that I need to reprint. There's one of them that has no little numbered release conditions just because I forgot. Okay.
Hey, just a warning, I'm going to start eating, so before you start complaining that you don't like people to eat,
I looked at your probation notes.
You've been warned.
I looked at the overall situation. I'm going to release you with alcohol testing and monitoring. So, and that's because I can't see that probation's been doing it. And I want to force them to.
Okay.
Because pretrial services is a division of adult probation, so they can decide, I put pretrial services / adult probation. I really don't care which department gets you alcohol testing. I just want to force them to alcohol test you because it doesn't look like they have been, which I disagree with given the arrest back in October, but they manage their caseload how they see fit. So it seems like you're good. It seems like you're doing okay. There's nothing specific that is giving the court pause except for the October arrest. So I just want to make sure that you are absolutely alcohol testing to prove that you're sober. Okay.
That's fine.
Everything's on your paperwork. Just be sure to call your PO within 72 hours of release. We've got the envelope that tells you how to call pretrial when you get out. You can call them. They'll see that you're on adult probation. They can work out who's going to get you alcohol tested. And then just follow their instructions and go test, okay? That can only help you if you're sober. Your lawyer is going to want to be able to show the county attorney your clean tests.
Okay.
That can only be to your benefit. So go prove that you're sober. Don't miss your court dates, okay? Don't drive without a valid license.
Thank you.
All right, everything's on your paperwork.
Okay.
Thank you. Mr. Fowler?
Somebody might get in the chat. I can't believe you're eating. There's so many people out there in the world that can't afford to eat, and you're eating? How dare you?
Hello, sir. Can I have your full name?
How dare you treat us like this?
Fowler Stephen J., October 30th, 1976.
Okay, thanks. You're here on a warrant from the Arrowhead Justice Court. It's a driving on suspended license warrant. Looks like it's a Class 1 misdemeanor. And this warrant was issued on April 18th of 2024.
Chicken, Dylan.
It's a failure to appear. By the timing of it and court records, I can tell that it's a failure to appear from a citation or summons. So it's a first failure to appear. I would bet my life based on the timing. I'm going to release you and give you an arraignment hearing on June 10th at 2 in the afternoon. It says this was a page 2. Are you being held on anything else? Or
I was a self-surrender today.
Oh, okay, for something else?
For something through the military court.
Okay, how much time do you have to do right now? 1 day.
I just had to do the day.
Oh, fine. Okay.
Yeah, and I was actually in checkout when they pulled me out of there to pull up because this came up.
So, I'm going to put you back in checkout.
Yeah.
At the back of the line. I'm sorry. You're going to go
No worries.
And that, as I would say,
he's a chipper fella
for not appearing in your citation. But I am going to give you a do-over because it is, it's a misdemeanor. June 10th at 2 in the afternoon. If
Yeah, I
you're
didn't-
not there, we'll be able to see
Yeah.
that you came through the jail and it wasn't enough to get you to
Right,
go.
yeah.
Then you'll get a bond. So just show up, okay?
Okay.
This is intended to be punishment enough for
Yeah.
not appearing, just go.
Yeah, I didn't even know about that. I thought I had taken care of the ticket, so I didn't even realize that
Sometimes
had been
people
happening.
take care of the civil parts of the ticket, and they don't realize that doesn't make the criminal part go away.
Yeah.
I don't know how the Justice Court do things, but you're not the only person to tell me that they went and they dealt with some civil violations, some, you know, and then here's the criminal one that's still waiting to get
Gotcha.
out. So go sort that out with the Justice Court. That's part of why we give you a do-over in this kind of a situation. You know, a lot of people just, they don't take it seriously enough until they spend a night in jail on it, and then they do much better. So
Right.
please be one of those people.
Absolutely.
And so if you'll hobble to your left, I'll give you the paperwork. All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you.
Hey, I will
Mr.
say this.
Costa Valenzuela.
This judge, she does seem like she cares. Or like she doesn't cut people off and she does answer their questions.
Gilberto Acosta Valenzuela, 11-1994.
Okay, thanks. You got arrested for possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. There is probable cause for those, and I am appointing a lawyer for you. You'll meet that person at your next court date, which is in 2 weeks. It's June 5th at 8:30 in the morning. That's a status conference. Then the following Monday, June 9th at 8:30 is your preliminary hearing. The dates and the address are on your paperwork. You qualify for release on your own recognizance. I do know that you have some felony priors. You have, you have the possibility of getting some kind of probation offer in a drug case. I understand. Let me make sure I'm looking at the right guy. Yeah, you've done a fair amount of prison. Doesn't mean that you might not get a probation offer and some drug treatment offers. But if you don't go, we do set bond based on people's criminal history, and you don't have nothing. But on a drug charge, I'm willing to test to see. Prove it. Will you come? Prove it to us. If you will, we're good. If you won't, you're going to get a bond and you're going to land right back here. So you decide, but for this type of a charge, I'm willing to just take a chance and just let you prove it, okay? All right, good luck, sir. If you take your paperwork, we'll be all done. All right, so I did go see one house call, Ms. Falestine Jamaluddin, who the ambulance was on its way and or waiting right there to take her to be checked out at the hospital. So I did just go conduct her initial appearance for that reason. And so Officer Mr. Milana and Mr. Price, have they been isolated as a potential risk of danger to themselves or others?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. I did get a positive answer from the sheriff. So
I caught that, Chad.
Milana May Charlie, I had that backwards. Milana May Charlie, born 11/20/2003. On her 2 probation warrants, I'll advise her there were petitions to revoke her probation filed in both cases on May 12th, alleging that she violated terms 1, 3, 5, and 15. And I'm appointing a lawyer for her, giving her a court date and probation court for both cases of May 28th at 8:30 in the morning.